I started fucking with this shithead bitch. That's the best way I could describe it. Her people. I don't know how I always put myself in these positions. Her mom and dad didn't like me either. I mean, once again, I can't blame them. They were both doctors. My last girl was, I guess I know how to, but she had a kid at a young age. She didn't get to go out at that much. I ended up taking her. We ended up going to the club one night. I remember this. And after that, she always wanted to just go out. This isn't. I'm staying down right now. I finally got me a place. I got stuff working. So one night, she says, I'm going to go out. So I called my boy. I said, hey, we're going to go out tonight. He said, no, I'm going to stay in. Because him and I was getting a bigger place. It was going to cost more money. He's like, I'm staying in. He worked, but, he did his thing with me. This is my boy. I'm like, come on, man. She's going out. She's going with all her friends. Let's go with them. So we ended up going out. This is the first night I ever buy we had got bottles. It was my friend's birthday or something like that. And we left the club, him and I, and he was drunk, I was drunk. I was talking to her on the phone. I was on his phone. My phone died. And she's like, how far away are y'all? I'm like, we like 20 minutes behind you. But he was driving fast. I'm like, the way he's driving, I think we can catch up to y'all. And she's like, tell him to be safe. He got his world in my passenger seat. And right after that, I looked up and we was going to a curve. And when we were going to the curve, we rode off the road. Now to this day, if I'm sleeping in a car and you hit those things on the edge of the road to wake you up,
yes,
I promise you I'm going to jump out my sleep because that's what it reminds me of. We bottomed out on the side of the road going so fast, 60 miles an hour. Like it was an extreme vibration on my feet, my legs. I was drunk, but I can remember this. We went up this embankment. We came back down, and we're going 60 miles an hour. We hit this ditch, and the car flipped 5 times.
Your car?
No, it was his car.
Wow.
I don't even think I didn't even have a car at this time.
Okay.
I didn't even have one. When I came to, my head was against the passenger window. And I remember like this, for whatever reason, I didn't want to look. I don't know why, but I did like this, and I felt the driver's seat, and nobody was there.
Oh.
So I sit up. The windshield isn't even broken. It's cracked a lot. The car's fucked up. So some people that watch us wreck come from behind and run to the car, and they're like, we're looking for your boy. We're looking for your boy. And then I heard somebody say, some dude come run to the car and like, your boy's gone. Your boy's dead. So obviously that makes me wake up. That's the closest I've come to being unconscious. I try opening the door of the passenger side door.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't open. I had to like, the seatbelt locked. So I had to wiggle my way out of there. I got out the back door, and I got to him. But I didn't, it was dark. I'm glad I didn't get to see. That's not something I want stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I put my hand behind his head, and it was just so knotted up. It was just so bad. And the ambulance pulled up. They brought I remember they had me getting put on a stretcher. They had to take me in because I was in it with them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being on a stretcher and looking. They were putting a blue tarp over him. So every year for hurricanes hit, if you look at all the houses in Louisiana, they got blue tarps on them. So I hate seeing that shit. When the storms come, crazy enough, when the hurricanes come, that's the first thing I'm thinking about. Everybody's gonna have blue tarps over them. They took me to the hospital. I was fine. I had my seatbelt on. They told me the only reason he died was because he didn't have a seatbelt on. I don't remember putting my seatbelt on that night. I would never wear my seatbelt. But they said that saved my life. My mom's came to the hospital. We weren't talking, even though she still came. My dad didn't come. My dad called, never made a phone call to me after that happened. This is 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He never called. He called my grandma. He said, was Caleb driving or the other guy driving? And my grandma said the other guy was. That's all he had to say.
So he didn't even check on you?
Nah. Through after all of this, my dad never did. All because I smoked weed. You know? I would always tell people he didn't stop talking to me because I smoked weed. If he knew what I... No. He would freak out if he knew, you know.
Okay.
My dad's cool now, though. He's cool, you know.
Okay.
Everything's legal everywhere now. But dealing with that, you know, I had to call the landlord the next day. We was moving into this house, my boy and I, like, you know.
Wow.
You know, my boy's gone. And I can't tell you the feeling of losing your best friend and then in the same breath being thankful that God didn't take you with him. I got him tattooed on my hand now. I put it on my right hand because he was my right-hand man. A lot of people, bro, I'm from a small town full of stupid-ass people. A lot of people was saying I was driving, trying to put that you know what it was? And I'm going to say what it was. One of my old friends started dating his ex right around the time that he died. You know what I mean? And he stopped being cool with my boy. He did. My boy didn't give a fuck. My boy kept it player. That's... Me and him's cool now, so we ain't gonna... But that's the motherfucker that started that. And it's a small town. People ran with it. You know what I mean? Police hate me down there. If they could have locked me up for it, they would have. But I can't tell you how to be thankful that God spared you. In the same breath, you gotta go mourn your best friend.
What's good, everybody? I'm OG Suicide. If you enjoyed this clip, subscribe to OG Suicide in the Building on YouTube. Peace.